My name is Varinder and welcome you to my YouTube channel Cloud Ninja. So in this video we'll study about Dynamo DB, which is another NoSQL database in the cloud and is basically used for the application which need very high read rate IOPS and where they need a single digit latency in terms of read write operations. So we see a demo and at how you can build a Dynamo DB inside the cloud, how you can create the table. So for actual demo, so we request you to please stay tuned or watch the video till end, so you'll have a better understanding that what Dynamo DB is and how you can create an AWS cloud with few clicks. So Amazon Dynamo DB, as said, is a very fast and a flexible NoSQL database, which you can use for your applications if they need a consistent or a single digit millisecond latency at any scale. And it is a fully managed database service and supports both document as well as key store models. And it is, you can use it if your application needs really high performance, and would be great if you are developing applications for or developing gaming websites or mobile or another ad tech applications. So how it is basically able to give fast performances in case of Amazon Dynamo DB, basically the technology which is used to store database, they are using the solid state disk, which provides the pretty high IOPS for your read write operations to work. So in that case, you are able to get a pretty decent or excellent performance for your application. And for disaster purpose or recovery purposes, your data is spread across 3 availability zones or distinct data centers. In case of a disaster, you will not be losing your data in any case. So it's a highly available enough fault tolerance, you can say, a database service. It have the eventual consistent reads, means all the copies of your data will be available if you do a query again after 1 second, because you'll be getting a recently updated value. So this is the eventual consistent read. Similarly, they do provide the strongly consistent write. And what it means is that the consistency of your data across copies is available within, I would not say within, less than a second basically. This is a Dynamo DB use case. We'll be discussing a wonderful use case wherein after using the Dynamo DB, the query results are much better for this particular a property web portal or a real estate portal, wherein clients or different agents, they search for properties and help the individuals or the organizations to find out real estate. So before using this Dynamo DB, they were used to process the records or agents and individuals. They used to do the queries, but it was taking a long time to respond to the user queries. But when they shifted their infrastructure or database to the Dynamo DB, they said that the latency which they earlier were having around 2 seconds was reduced to just 12 milliseconds. So it's a huge difference, guys, if you have worked onto the database. And Redden actually is storing billions of items into their database. So you can just imagine that searching from the billions of items within 12 milliseconds is really is really a good thing and help the Redden. So this is the use case. There are multiple use cases onto the AWS website which you can go ahead, and I would recommend study those. You'll have a better clarity about that. And Amazon itself has used this particular NoSQL database to have a faster response onto their website. So we all have seen that when we search onto the Amazon website, how fast we get the results for any kind of electronic goods or the items we are looking onto their website. So let's see how we can build Dynamo DB database in cloud and how we can create tables. So let's see that. This is, friends, I have just logged into my AWS console and we'll go to the various services and you can go into the database services and select a Dynamo DB, which is a NoSQL database. So if I'll scroll it down, just click on the Dynamo DB and we'll get a window to create tables into that. So we'll go ahead and create that. So I'll for the table name, I'll name it as Cloud Ninjas Dynamo DB. For partition key, let me give it Cloud Ninjas DB. So you can, if you want to do a customized settings, you can do that, adding indexing, adding the partition key, and all those attributes you can define over here, and you can add the provision capacity. So we can change it later on as well, the provision capacity. So just to have the reduced charges, I'll just click on 1, and for write capacity also, I'll add it as 1. So, of course, for the production databases, you need to decide the kind of read-write capacity units you need depending on the requirement for your application. But here I'm doing a demo only for you guys to tell how you can actually do that. So I'll go ahead and click on default settings, and we'll be able to change it later on. I'll show you how. So just click on create tables, and you can change the value binary and all those things for here. So it will take only few seconds to create the tables. So till the point I'll tell you that like we get the reserve capacities in EC2 instance. So similarly, you can purchase the reserve capacity by with the help of which, if you know that how much capacity you will be requiring, you will be able to save a huge amount of money by paying upfront payment. But in that case, you need to sign a long-term contract. Minimum is 1 to 3 years with Amazon. Only then they'll be able to provide a huge discount by getting the reserve capacity. So I can provide in different details like a number of read or write capacity units I'll be requiring when I'll purchase for the reserve capacity. So you can just click on here and you'll be able to see that how many read capacity units I'll be requiring, and then the term like 1 or 3 years. So these are all have different costs, and depending on the contract you'll be having, you will be able to save that particular cost. So you can see that for 3 years the hourly price would be different. Let's say for 1 year we'll check, so hourly price is changed and upfront price is also changing. For let's see how much is the price coming for 3 years. So you can see that in this way we'll be able to save the cost. So I'll just click on cancel, and let's see if the table is being created. So yeah, the table Cloud Ninjas Dynamo DB is ready. So let's see if we are able to create table into that. So let's create different items into the table. So I'll name it as let's say Manoj, and then let me add the string value. Let's say I'll say first name Kumar, and then click on next. So our table for this is ready. So let's create another item. Let's say I'll add Ashok, and then click over string, and let me add the first name. I'll add Kumar, and let's say we can add another last name. So I'll add Singh. So let's see what kind of entries we have in our table. So you can see that now we have 2 records, Ashok with first name and the last name, then Manoj is with the first name only. So let's say if your table is having a huge number of records and you need to do a query or do a filter, so we can add a filter from here and do a search depending on the parameter we want to search. So, similarly, if you want to do export of the database, you can go ahead and export it to the CSV file. Just, click on here and you'll be able to export those items into the CSV. So here you can have a different metrics for your management where you can see the read-write, requests which are coming to your database. Here you can set an alarm or sending the basically the SNS notifications. Let's say a file, create an email alert. Let's say file say that my capacity is less than equal to 60%, then read capacity, then send an email to me. So, and is consecutively for 5 minutes, then it should be able to send an SNS notification to me. So here I can define the capacity. Let's say if I will be adding one over here just to save the cost. So in addition to that, I can do the indexing over here. We can create the indexings to have pretty fast results. And similarly, I'll be able to manage the access controls and all those options. So I'll just click on items and let's see if we can add a filter. So let's say if I'll add a string name is equal to last name, user, so if I'll click over here and query I'm doing string is equal to LASTNAME. Let's see if I'm able to get any result, and I'm not getting any. So this is the table. String is equal to first name. Let's see if I'm a query now. It is doing a search. Let's see. Maybe I'm not using the tech name. It generally does not take so long. So basically here we can add the filters and all those things so that we can search the data we have entered into the tables. And so I'll go ahead and click on tables, and maybe there is some error going on due to which I'm not able to find out the results. So this is it about Dynamo DB, guys. You can go ahead and create that particular table into your AWS console. So I would request you to, if you have really liked the video, please hit the like button. Do share it with your friends so that maximum people can understand that what is Dynamo DB and how they can create tables into that. So thank you, friends. Thank you for watching. And at last, I would request you to please subscribe to our channel so that you can get updates about the subsequent videos related to the cloud computing or AWS cloud. Thank you, friends. Thank you for watching.